Hi there, Tami Allen with eXp Realty, and today I want to talk to you about the current real estate market here in the Greenville Spartanburg area. This video is going to be specifically for sellers so that you can know exactly how to price your home in this current market, how the adjustments have come along during this last quarter, actually the last 2 quarters of this year, very different than quarter 1 and quarter 2 of this year. So be sure and watch until the end so that you are very clear on all the trends going on in the Greenville Spartanburg real estate market this winter and moving into quarter 1 of 2023.
Welcome to Living in Greenville, South Carolina. We're going to bring you everything Greenville, Greater Greenville, upstate of South Carolina. Be sure to like and subscribe, and please comment. Let us know what kind of videos you want to see. We're going to put them on here. Thanks so much for being a part of this, and welcome to Living in Greenville, South Carolina.
Now, I'm speaking specifically to sellers right now because earlier this year, we had an incredible flurry of sales of homes in the Greenville Spartanburg area, just like the rest of the nation. And it was a fabulous time for sellers because sellers were getting many times over the listing price. Anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000, $50,000, sometimes in some parts of the country as much as $100,000 over asking price. And that's just not happening anymore. We have finally normalized in the market here in the Greenville Spartanburg area, as well as most of the nation. We're seeing a slowdown because as interest rates started to rise, the buyers started to pull back a little bit, and then obviously the homes are not selling as quickly or for as much money over value, I would even say, as they were first and second quarter of this year. And I think that's the critical thing that you need to remember as a seller. If you're choosing to sell your home, that now prices are basically normal. We have normalized. There were a few things that were inflating those prices earlier this year. One of the biggest things that a lot of people didn't even think about is there were huge hedge funds that were in the mix. So you've got individuals that were trying to buy homes, maybe their first time home, which they would live, and then they were competing against an unknown buyer out there that many people didn't even know about, and that was huge hedge funds and large corporations that were coming in and buying up whole neighborhoods even at or above the actual retail value, which was then inflating the prices of everything else all around it. So we had some incredible comp reports around the first part of this year, the first half of this year, I would say. Then it started slowing down a little bit, and then by the time we got to late October, when that interest rate had popped up again, and certainly around the 1st of November, well into quarter 4, we saw an almost abrupt stop in those retail sales of the homes. So a lot of that has to do, again, those hedge funds were not investing at that point. A lot of people, buyers had backed off. And now you've got a situation where we still don't have enough houses to sell for all the buyers that are out there. But you're also seeing much more of a normal market. And that means that when you put the home on the market, it's not going to sell in the first 15 minutes, most likely. It's going to take maybe a couple of days, maybe even a couple of weeks to sell, which is why it is so critical that you have an expert in your local market that can really help you understand where you need to price your home. Because the biggest caveat is that you cannot take 3 to 6 months of sold inventory and now compare it to where you're going to price your home currently. Someone said to me the other day, well, Zillow says my home is worth this much right now. Well, Zillow and other software like that basically are doing algorithms. It's automated algorithms that come up with the sales from the last 3 to 6 months, and then, okay, here's the value of the home. Well, it has no way to account for some of those abnormalities that we saw in that previous market. It has no way of knowing that there were inflated prices that can't be seen just by this algorithm in a regular search. So you've got to have someone that's going to help you price your home competitively now so that you can get the value of your home, which should be there now still, and you're not going to be pricing it so that it's not going to sell. You don't want to price a home so that you set it on the market and it stays on the market. We want it to be shown, we want it to be sold, we want a buyer to get the home. So critical for you to work with a real estate agent at this time, a real estate professional that really knows the market, as I do, bringing in all of the data, all of the facts, so that you can be educated when you are going to sell your home. Like, for example, just to let you know, yesterday in the Greenville MLS, we had 170 price reductions. Today, we had 144 more price reductions out of all the homes that are available for sale. Now, I can assure you, those are not price increases, but of course they are reductions because perhaps the home was priced over at price. So this is something you want to consider. Give me a call, let's talk. It's always a free consultation with no obligation whatsoever. I'm happy to talk with you about selling your home. And of course, if you're interested in buying one, let me know that as well. And as always, I look forward to seeing you learning more about living in Greenville, South Carolina.